veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight.
Yes, good people. Thank you. Thank you to all of you once again for finding the time to participate in today's edition of the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're doing well. And today, as you already know, we're here to talk about Enzo Maresca's selection for Chelsea's away game against Southampton at St. Mary's, which is the name of their stadium. And we're here to debate and whether the manager he's selected the strongest 11 or the best 11 to rep Chelsea and help us get all 3 points. It's a difficult game. Just as the manager, he said during his pre-game press conference. I must say, for some reason, I think you could argue part of it being the structure that Southampton that they use during games. Something. Let me see if I. Let me go to the presentation window so we can look at it while we'll talk about it. But quickly, I wanted us to see Good News Hunting and see if we can see anything interesting there to look at, to discuss. Good day to you too, James 1990. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. We appreciate you finding the time to join. It looks like you're joining us. You did join through X, but we appreciate you. If you don't mind joining us on YouTube, I would really appreciate that. A big Ty, nice to see you. I do hope you're all doing well, and hopefully the exam that you went for yesterday that you went well. Big up Vic, nice to see you. Sounds like a Chelsea have hit the rotate button. Team news is in 10 minutes, and according to Nizaki Kinsella, I just hope we don't rotate too much, because if we rotate too much in the Premier League, we'll have a serious problem. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the European games we've played so far, at one time, I think we played a much stronger team than the ones we played before, and we did struggle to actually play well against them. And then in the cup game, Newcastle mopped the stadium carpet with our starting 11 on that day, which I'd argue was down to how many changes the manager made to the team. But despite the way, big up, Vic, nice to see you. We'll wait for it and see what happens. Joining you the first time. Yeah, Mickey John. My bro, the guy that I usually don't miss reading his breakdown of the manager's presser. Nice to see you, Mickey. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. And thank you. I cannot thank you enough. So we have the presentation window open, and I'd like us to switch to it as soon as possible. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. What else we have here? IB, nice to see you. The exam was excellent, coach. Excellent. Good to hear. I am confident that I did very well. I wish I was that confident about this match today. Here's the thing. I've started to trust the team more than I did last season and the season before. Because you can argue because I trust the manager and I do trust the players. They're starting to show you can say a bit of consistency, but I still need to see a little more. I trust them, but in terms of performing consistently, I'm not quite there yet. But I'm getting there, given how good I believe the manager is, and the players, how they're becoming more of a unit than individual players. Thank you, welcome, bro. Here, as you must know, your opinion matters. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. So welcome, enjoy yourself, and express yourself. Rowan, nice to see you, Mr. Rowan. Hi to you too. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. You're welcome. When does it start? The game will start in about 1 hour 40 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or 1 hour, I think 70 minutes or so. My math is not mathing right now. So keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Let's go. I want to just to look at this. Usually that's when I get concerned. And the report in question is from Vic, my friend and bro. I follow him on X. He reads 12 Southampton players unavailable or doubtful against Chelsea. I want to know. I want to have one. I think would be better off looking at something that has the status of each of the individuals listed on there. It has Ramsdale, Bazunu, Lalana, Adam Lalana, Leslie Gichiku. Of course, even if again he's not going to play against us. What 1 hour 15 minutes? Oh, okay, thank you for doing the calculations for me. Howard, how'd you pronounce that? Diblin, Stewart, Paul Onachu, Bednarek, Larius, and Small Bone. But I think we'll look at it on FOTMob where we'd have the correct status, where we'd have, you can say, the status for each player. Right now, this is just a list of their names and with a generalized comment at the top. It doesn't help that much, but still it gives us a clue. But here's the thing. This sort of situation is the reason that in some cases does lead to me getting concerned. Why? Because I still do believe, I'm saying that again, until proven otherwise, that Charity FC is well and truly in existence. If anything, maybe not in good health. But I hope, I'm proven wrong today. In all honesty, overall, I do trust this team right now more than I trusted the team last season and the season before. It looks like the lineup is out. Give me 1 second here. So hopefully the and plus, yeah, charity FC conversation does come into play because if you they are in the bottom of the table, Southampton are. So I'm concerned about that until proven otherwise, as I've said already. It says the lineup is out. Let's see. Is this the line? This is the entirety of the player listing everybody, but the lineup specifically, no. I'm not seeing anything here, even if it's out already. We have Ty in the house. Ty, big up to you. I appreciate you finding the time to join us, and I do hope you're doing well. Ty, are you looking forward to this one? Let's hear you. And by the way, before Ty, we have following the show on YouTube at a total of 486. Yeah, 486. Only 21 of those on YouTube. The rest on X. If you're following the show on X, we appreciate you. But please, if you don't mind, do us a favor, take a second, drop a like on the video for us on X, and also do share the stream to help us garner more likes. And if you're not following our X account, please kindly do that. We'd really appreciate that. So Ty, back to you. Are you looking forward to this game or are you concerned? Let's hear it.
I am looking forward to the match. I have to be honest.
Mm.
I, obviously, if we win the match, obviously we keep being a thorn in the side of Arsenal, and also we cement ourselves even further to be able to finish in the top four and in a comfortable place in the top four. The most important thing is that we see a replication of what we did against Aston Villa, which is that we don't give Southampton the opportunity to rest. We keep pressing them, we keep pressurizing them, we force them to make mistakes, and then therefore leading to us getting goals and as much goals as possible. I am concerned about Charity FC though. I mean, uh, December has started, and this is the period that Chelsea love to give gifts. I always thought that the foundation did so much already. I don't know why they're so willing to do the same, but um, hopefully we get the job done. As you said before I came on, you've started to trust the team even more, and I'm starting to as well. It's just about getting to see if we've actually been able to get that ironed out where we drop points or we become complacent or Charity FC is present. So if that doesn't happen, then I think we should do well. You said something about the lineup being out. I'm seeing that it said it's out, but I'm not seeing it myself.
Yeah, but yeah, probably. Yep, there you go. I think this is the lineup we're looking at here. Yep. Between the stick. Ooh, seriously. Vic did say this yesterday. He did say this is the perfect opportunity for Jorgensen to start in the Premier League. But go ahead
Wow.
with what you were saying, Ty.
Wow, Jurgensen is starting. That's surprising.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I'm
mean,
shocked. Really, I did not expect that. I have to be honest with you. But go ahead, Ty. Go ahead
oh
with what you were saying. I'm gonna plug in the lineup in a bit with well to our own app. But go ahead with what you were saying.
yes. Well, that's actually good. I mean, it shows as to being a testament of what Maresca said about having a team and not having a. Well, at the same time, probably let me retract that, because this is normally what tends to happen. We tend to play Jurgensen in the week matches, the matches that we have in the week. So I mean, probably, but I mean, obviously, all of us didn't expect that he would actually, make such a change. But at the same time, I guess he's trying to, keep his word. in terms of giving opportunities, because he did say after the match against Heidenheim that there's a lot of matches and there's opportunities for him to start. So it's good that he's actually done that, and I'm now excited even more to see how he'll do in the Premier League. In his first official outing.
Another surprise there, Ty. Disasi starting.
Mm, yeah.
I'm seriously surprised.
Yeah, that's actually a surprise. But if he indeed is playing at probably Gusto may invert. I'm not sure, and then he plays as the wide centre back. Then
Mhm.
perhaps, but I'm hoping that he's actually playing as a centre back, because I cannot tell the last time that we've actually seen this Sassi play as a centre back. He's been tasked with playing as a fullback, and he obviously he's not been able to handle it. So I'm interested to see if he'll actually play in that same format. But yeah, it's I mean it's this is a match where I guess we can give other players the opportunity to play, and yeah, this is obviously an option that I don't think many persons were expecting to see
I
play in
did
that
not.
position.
I was busy waffling how you can say we've always known that yeah he's the odd man. He was going to leave Chelsea eventually because yeah take under pressure under the slightest of pressure he you can say he makes silly primary school mistakes and all that. I did not expect to see him on the pitch, and I'm serious about that. Wow, that's but go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as I said, hopefully we hopefully it's not as a wide centre back, because he's proven that he cannot do that. But yeah, it's looking at the other positions. I'm surprised that Modric isn't playing. But I mean, and is that Palmer?
Sorry, sorry. What did you
Is that
say, Ty?
the player that's in the center? I can't really see because I
Yeah,
have
that's
myopia.
Palmer.
So
10.
okay, so
That's
Palmer
Palmer
is
in the
playing.
10th position. Yeah.
Well. I mean, okay. So Maresca has surprised a lot of persons by playing
I
Palmer.
knew Felix was going to start, but my belief was that he was going to start centrally in the 10th position, and Palmer will be rested. But I think it makes sense. The manager wants to make you can say he has confidence in making up to the 7 changes. But at the same time, he wants to be sure we have enough quality on the pitch to win this game. That's how I see it. But go ahead with what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess that he's probably not trying to change much, and I guess it's a testament to something that we must admit. And I think Bobby mentioned this. I'm trying to remember if Bobby said Pom was going to start, but at the same time, he did say that he's not going to make much changes. And I mean, at the same time, we're very protective of the players and we shield them a lot. But I think that a professional footballer should be able to play 2 matches in close proximity. The only problem is that obviously the reason why we're so cautious is because of the injury issues that we've had in the past. But if we actually want to say that we're in a project, we have to be able to utilize all the players in the squad, and if needs be able to use them in close proximity. And I guess in a sense, we don't want to lose that creativity that Palmer will bring. But at the same time, I'm actually surprised that Mujic isn't starting this
I'm
one.
surprised too. I mean, and the news, you can say, content about his future will explode.
Hmm,
Go
exactly. Because
ahead.
they're gonna say, why is he not? Is he on the bench though, or is he not? He's not in the
Yeah,
squad at
let me
all.
check the bench. We haven't looked at the bench. That's another idea. When I update the app, I think I need to add bench too. On our bench, we have Robert Sanchez, Benoit Badia, Sheila Levi, Cowell, Keenan Driscoll Hall, Renato Viega, Romeo Lavia, Jaden Sancho, Nicolas Jackson, Pedro Neto.
Hmm, he's not
He's
in the
not
squad.
even on the bench,
Wow.
so probably not well. I don't think
Hmm.
he's you can say he's fit enough and not be on the bench. So probably ill or something. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to have picked up something. After, because he was obviously he actually played on the weekend, I believe. So it has to be that. But yeah, as you said, it's gonna blow up. You're gonna hear that. Oh, this is confirmation, and they're gonna probably say that. Oh, Maresca said that that Mudrik is not gonna be going out on loan despite the rumors being there. And now this is gonna give the media something to talk about as well. But I'm hoping that it's actually a situation that he's ill and that's the reason why he's not in the squad. But yeah, I mean it's not a bad lineup. I'm seeing Vic calling me out, saying that for persons who called for Vega. Um
I thought
um
Viega was gonna start this game too.
exactly. I mean the thing is, and just to defend my name, I did not say anything about Gusto not being good at inverting. I was not the one that said that. All I said is that I don't think he will invert. I didn't say that he's not good at
I
it.
think
So
Kukurea would
just to
definitely be the
clarify,
one involved. Yeah.
right? Because so even then, I mean the whole inversion continue with Gusto. I don't think that's going to be the case. I do believe that we still see Kukre inverting because he's actually done that quite a lot. In the past two games, for
And
example,
we
that
can
he's
say
the past two games that he did
he's
play
done
in.
that effectively too. He has end product, creates chances.
Exactly.
Gusto's case, I think the difference is that Gusto does everything else right when he inverts, but the end product isn't not there at all. But he does every other aspect of it, like helping us completing the triangles in pockets of spaces whenever we have the ball, and he creates extra passing lane for the man with the ball. But when it's time to finish or maybe create chances, he's still lacking in that aspect. Sorry, Ty, go ahead. Go ahead, Ty. Did I lose you?
Yeah, I mean, Vic in that. And
You're
I did.
fighting with Vic.
Are you
You're
hearing
on the
me?
panel. Forget Vic. Go ahead, Ty.
All right. Anyways. Right. To right. So in that sense, yeah, I'm actually surprised that of Pom actually starting Casado and Enzo as well. I thought Casado probably would have gotten a rest, but it is what it is. It's a good lineup, and there's players that need to prove themselves, obviously, and they need to show that by being benched for so long, they can actually give the quote unquote A team a run for their money. Namely, Jurgensen obviously has to have a good game to really challenge Sanchez in that sense. Obviously, Disasi needs to make a name for himself if he's gonna indeed be playing as that centre back on the right
Mhm.
hand side. Tosin, obviously, who is a senior player. I think he's the him and Nkunku are the more senior players that and probably Kukurea to some extent. Um, so he as well needs to prove himself, and with the whole situation with Fafana having injuries, having an injury issue, I think that this is a good opportunity for not only him to really show that they can actually bench those players that when they come back, it's hard for them. But it all depends on what happens, and application is very important as well.
Yeah, application. We pay attention to application, then we'll learn a lot. And we look. I'm impressed. Enzo Maresca. I think we've gotten our man finally tie. I don't know if you're still speaking, or should I go ahead and catch up with what we have in the chat? But people keep dropping the likes on the stream. Only 32 people on YouTube, but in total of 605 people. The rest on X, 500 plus on X. If you're following the show on X, you can come join us on YouTube in this December. Yeah, we'll restart our monthly giveaway for members, our members who are students. So if you're on X, you'd be better off joining us. You'd be better off joining us on YouTube and also subscribing to the YouTube channel. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And Vicky saying Jorgensen starts one. Where is Dante? But yeah, you only selected Jorgensen. And your comment just spot on. You said this is the perfect game for him to get a chance to play in the Premier League. And that is telling. That simply shows that the manager actually likes him. and probably is preparing when the time comes. If for any reason he wants to drop Robert Sanchez and Jorgensen, he'd be ready to do the job for us. Sanchez, Badger, Sheila, Cowell, Viega, Driscoll, Hall, Lavia, Nato, Sanchez, the bench. Yo, thank you. The Sissi Tosin starts in CB. That shocked me. I did not expect the Sissi to start in the Premier League. Why? Because there's been occasions where we had issues in the centre back position, and he didn't start. He didn't get a chance. It was Tosin that came in. But here's what I'm learning now. I think it only makes sense because he brings what we lack, what we've been missing, given the absence of Fafana. He brings aggression, he brings a physicality, so that makes it a perfect miss. And honestly, this manager, he's so intelligent. I love him, really. I would defend him from here to the moon. So it just occurred to me, yeah, physicality is the need. You can say is the reason why we had the Sissi starting this game. I did not expect that to happen, but it makes sense now looking at it, and the pairing there, it makes sense. No Mudrik, very surprising to an extent. You can say very talented, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. We'll find out. After all, a lot of people thought, yeah, that's it for Kukurea, but Mudrik has improved a lot. And I think it's not going anywhere. To all of you who called for Viega, Thai included, invasion continues with gusto. No, I think Kukurea will be the one to invert. But that's just my opinion anyway. We'll find out in due course. Let's see. Jorgensen, yeah, he's starting. Enzo, Casado, and Palmer should not be starting this game. That's, again, I thought they weren't going to start just to rest them. No defense. I asked you to clarify. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Tiba Salifa is saying Maresca is insane for this. We shouldn't be rotating this heavily. We should. You can't put all our eggs in the same basket. And yeah, if accident happens, everything will be gone. The only surprise for me is Felix on the left wing and the C starting. But I have a feeling this will be the link up. Yeah, it's a good lineup, really. I think Palma will start, coach. Yeah, you did tell me. I am happy Nkunku to start. I want two goals. Yeah, and plus they're gonna be playing with a very tight defensive line. What's that their structure again? Give me 1 second here. Interesting structure, really. Give me 1 second. Let me look at it once more. Yeah, 4-4-1. No, 5-4-1, so to speak. That's crazy. I heavily, my goodness, that's seriously crazy. And I don't blame them. They have 10 players, or how many in total? More than 10 actually out. Holy Tomolika. That's crazy, yo. But I'm glad Paul Onacho isn't starting. It makes it easier, a bit easier for us. Anything else? Yeah, Mabas05, my Iraqi bro. Nice to see you out. I hope you're doing well. And everyone chat. Hopefully Chelsea can get a win and take their revenge against Southampton. I mean, it's a new era for us, and our game against Aston Villa did prove that. Bobby, we're coming to you. The lineup is out. You didn't nail it, but you knew there were going to be surprises, and you've been telling us for 4 days right now. If Maresca tells you that he would do something differently, he would do things differently, best believe him. Bobby, what do you make of the lineup? The Sissi starting. I think that's another surprise there. The Sissi and Jorgensen, the two surprises. We knew there were Nkunku may start. We also did talk about the possibility of Felix and Madrid starting, but I did not expect Jorgensen and the Sissi to start. Bobby, let's hear you, and big up. More importantly, I do hope you're doing well.
Yeah, big up, guys. Big up, coach.
Big up, Bobby.
Coach, there are no surprises here. For me, the only surprise is that Palmer starts. I thought he would come off the bench, but I'm sure he'll be substituted at some point. Look, coach, I don't know. I think a lot of our fans still don't get it. They still don't get it. They think this is the old Chelsea. They think we're talking of first 11. They don't understand the length and breadth and depth of this project. This man keeps saying something and we start saying something else. He is working on a squad. Squad being the operative word. There's no A team. There's no B team. That's Chelsea talk and media talk, Chelsea fan talk and media talk. There is a team. And what he plays in the Conference League now, in all intents and purposes, is a team where he's more prepared to utilize some of our academy players because of the strength of the opposition. But the players being played there are rehearsing for such a time as this. And this is where he brings it out. He's showing them, look, you're Premier League players as well. What I'm giving you is game time. And because of the tactical setup, I need to use these players perhaps more often than you at this point of the season in the Premier League. And this is what he's shown today. This is a very important game for me because this is a game that tells me, one, what kind of team we really are, how far we have gone with the project, because this is where we really know where the project is because of the use of the squad in the Premier League.
Hmm.
And two, this is a game that wins you Premier Leagues. This is a game that gets you top four. These are the games that I'm looking at and I'm saying, right, can Chelsea win? Winning here matters a lot. It is these teams that are bottom of the table, physical, struggling, determined, especially at home, that the weaker form of us that we had last season would struggle with and would probably drop points. So I'm looking at these guys to put in a performance and professionally get all 3 points. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see if they can do it. I think they can. If they apply themselves, they can. There's absolutely no reason on earth why this team should not be regarded as strong as any other team he fields. And if they don't, I'm talking of the likes of Nkunku, talking of the
Hmm.
likes of Felix, the likes of Desasi, even Madweka is getting a bit of a reprieve. If they don't show themselves here, then if they're on the bench, I don't want to hear a word. I don't want to hear anything about Real Madrid. I don't want to hear anything about anything. You sit there and you wait your turn. We are the club you're contracted to. We are the club that's paying your wages. So let's see what you can do. If they perform well here, okay. Now we know that those places for the big games are up for grabs and competition is hot. So let's see. They have to show what they're worth today.
And I'm going to say this quickly. I get it. We made 7 changes, but this is not at the same. You can say this is not the same as the sort of changes we see during midweek games. The midfield, there's continuity there. Even in the attacking area, there's continuity because, Madueke, you could say it's only for the last. Was it the he start? Did he start the last game?
Coach,
Uh,
I just want to reiterate that I said
mhm,
that the use of this squad through competitions like the Conference League
mhm.
is rehearsals for such a time as this.
Yeah.
I knew he would make as many as 7 changes. I thought he would make up
No,
to eight
I'm not too
changes.
concerned. Why? Because you can say that there's no reason to be concerned about
No,
us making up to 7 changes, and
there
you
shouldn't
can
be.
say yeah, because these are players we've seen them play Premier League games. Madueke, he was a constant until of late in the Premier League lineup. Palmer, yeah, so it's a mix in my opinion, and it's good. It's not too much really. Go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. This is what the project is, to have this depth that is utilized. That's why he made a bold statement that's sort of gone under the radar. He said to the ownership when he first came that with this squad, when they've got things right and they're all fully rehearsed and they're embedded in with his method and all knowing each other, all knowing what they're doing, there's no reason why they can't um, um, dominate or at least be one of the teams to dominate in the Premier League for a very long time to come. Now, that is a big statement to make, but I can see why he's making it. Nobody else is working on a squad in this way. That's why we have fans saying, oh, this guy's on the bench, oh, he's got to go. Oh, this guy's, oh, he can't play. No, this is the Chelsea way. This is the new way. What we're doing is leading the way to how to deal with all these competitions, the big workload, with the demand for success, and the longevity of success that we're aiming for. So we forget about everybody else and let's focus on what we're doing. What we're doing is extremely unique. And I'll say this, which is almost bold, really bold as well. I don't think we're in the title race at all. I really don't. I think it's too early. I think we should be top four is the target, and we should be looking at trying to get consistency and trying to get these guys used to the new system and everything. But I tell you what, if these guys get this thing right quickly, we could be, and they keep their consistency and keep gathering points, we could be having another conversation by the beginning of February. Let's see what happens. But it starts
I
from
see.
today. Let's see
Yeah,
whether they can actually do something today.
yeah. And Dante, as much as you know you're not important, just give me a few seconds to catch up with what we have in the chat. I'll come back to the panel and we get your 2 cents on the manager's selection. Vicky is saying the only surprise for me is Felix on the left wing and the Sassi starting, but I have a feeling this will be okay. I think we've addressed that. Yeah, you did say that. Happy Nkunku starting. He wants 2 goals from him. Basaf say hello to you. I remember AB. I hope Southampton doesn't beat us for the 3rd time in 2 years. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's a good transition right there. I wasn't expecting 7 chances. 7 changes. Yes. Oluwadara. Okay. I don't want to sing right now. I felt like singing, but because of that thing I said in Yoruba, I felt like singing a praise song, but I'm not right now. Collins and Achiwa, I only care about 3 points. It doesn't matter who starts, they're all good enough. We have a much better squad than Southampton, irrespective of who starts and who's on the bench. But nice to see you, Collins and Achiwa. Andrew Shikari, result for Chelsea. We'll do our for me, we're gonna win, but I'd say we'll concede around 3-1. If we're done, good. But I still haven't gotten to the measure of trusting us not to concede. I'm getting there, but I trust us to get a good result. Just one start to perform, Bobby. I don't know if it works like that. Yeah, nice to see you, Wally Waldo. A good thing. I think you've responded to my question in the chat. Yeah,
Vic,
you're absent. You've
just
been busy, and that's a good thing. Bills
sorry,
don't pay
coach.
themselves. Go ahead,
Just to
Bobby.
respond to Vic.
Mhm.
Vic, I get it. I don't know either. I'm just saying what the project is. Now, the taste of the pudding has got to be in the eating. And what we're going to do is eat it tonight. We don't know. I want to see whether we could look, if we win like we should do, then I'll say the project's really working. If we don't, then we got a problem. That's just the reality. We're back to square one to some extent. These
Mhm.
players should be good enough to seamlessly rotate. That's the point I'm making. And this is what Maresca is working towards. So we all wait and see. We haven't seen the outcome yet, but that is the aim, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Dante, give me a few seconds. I'll catch up and I'll come to you. You know how we treat people that are important here. It keeps the opposition trying to guess what tactics we will use. Yeah, that's just brilliant from him. Glad to hear that you've been busy and you haven't had the time to hop on live streams. I'm happy to see you. The way I asked you that question, I'm quite sure you probably realize, yeah, coach missed you. We miss you, bro. You're one of us, and we're a community here. We've grown beyond the channel to a community, even though we're not a big account yet, but we're getting there. Why is Bobby angry? What did coach do against this time? No, I did not do anything to Bobby. Bobby's just trying to emphasize the importance of the size of our squad, how the manager is utilizing them, and we should refrain from categorizing the team as A and B, all the same quality everywhere, and I'm for that. He
Exactly.
isn't fighting with anybody.
I'm not angry. I'm just
He knows,
emphasizing the
Bobby. He's
point.
just playing around.
All right.
He knows they all love you. You know that. Who is Bobby fighting with? You know he's not fighting. We need to capitalize on Man City's bad form. In my opinion, our concern should be Arsenal. Man City will eventually pick up form. We are winning it 3-0 according to Mark and Neum. And Ojaka Augustine, nice to see you one day, Dalo. I appreciate you. So glad to be here so that I can contribute immensely concerning my darling club, Chelsea FC. Thank you. Good one there, one day. I appreciate you. Maresca said, F the balance in this game. I don't think so. I think there's good balance there. In the back line, I think starting to Sassi makes sense. I didn't realize that until I saw him. Then on the second thought, I say, yeah. The physicality that we will miss due to the absence, physicality and aggression that we'll miss this due to the absence of Fofana. He brings that. I want
Anything that's
our
starting with
players.
no speed. He doesn't
Sorry.
have, he doesn't have the same speed as
Yeah, he doesn't have.
West.
Yeah, but he has the aggression, the physicality. I think he makes a difference. And aerially, he's good too. Just the only issue I have with him is how he struggles to deal with pressure. On the slightest of pressure, he makes a silly mistake like a primary school kid. Felix and Nkunku, and this chance they have been given is very good. I think he makes sense. Proof that, whenever you're needed, you'd answer. With a good performance, I agree with you, Bobby. They need to be ready whenever they're called upon, and we should have no fear they will step up. Yep, trust them. Nicolas, Nkunku, Palmer, and Felix will make Southampton dizzy. Fluidity. And by the way, every time I say fluidity, what comes to mind? I wanted to say liquid, just like Glenn likes to say it. But Glenn isn't here. But Glenn, if you're listening, we still love you. We miss you. I hope you're coping with your situation well. Don't ever think we've forgotten about you, okay? Everyone needs to hit the like button, people. Johnny, nice to see you. Don't forget to share the link to your YouTube channel so people can go subscribe. We have 23 likes. We should be doing a lot better than that. Let's see. You have to stay quiet if you want to be here. Okay? No, Spider-Man. I am happy for Jorgensen finally getting a chance in the league games. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. And Ty has shared the link to his YouTube channel. Chelsea sessions need just 10 subscribers more to get to what? 10 subscribers to get to 2,970. Let's help him get to 3,000 as soon as possible. He deserves that. Excellent content, analysis, and everything. Where's Johnny? Okay. Oh. Okay. Is that the link to your own channel, or are you sharing the link to this particular channel? But Johnny, nice to have you here. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Constantine Dante, let's hear you. Alan Arias Sanchez, I'll come to you. I'll try and answer your question. Constantine Dante, the captain of the house. I appreciate you finding the time. But by the way, who made you the captain of the house? But Dante, I do hope you're doing well. Much love to you. I appreciate you. Your thoughts on the lineup? Surprises there. Lots of surprises there. Mudryk isn't even on the bench, which is telling. Not that it's bad news for him. Maybe he's ill. I don't think if he's fit enough to play, he will not be on the bench.
Yeah, big up, Coach Bobby.
Big up to you too.
In the chat. Yeah, look, couple of surprises, definitely. I mean, there's not that many changes. Pretty much 5 changes, to be honest. So it's not that many. The only one that's probably a surprise a little bit, Jorgensen. That's a little bit of a surprise. It's a good surprise, though. I don't mind that at all. Let's let him play. Let's see what he's got in the Premier League. This is a good game for him to step into. So it's a good surprise to have. The other one probably is Disasi, of course, starting in that right centre back sort of position, which he'll most likely be. That one's a bit worrying because he's going to have a couple of players there on that Southampton's left-hand side to deal with. So we'll see how he goes. Look, he's got his chance again. Not sure if it's deserved, to be honest. He's played horrible the last couple of games he's played. So we'll see how he goes. He gets his chance. He's playing a bit more central, but he'll still be predominantly more on the right because Gusto will probably most likely push up and invert or push up into the 10. We'll see exactly. Or he might not invert at all. That might actually help Disasi a lot. I think that probably would be better.
Would you
Other
have
than that,
rather Badia Shield?
sorry?
Would you have rather Badia Shield?
No, I would rather Tossin and Colwell would have been fine. Yeah, not Disasi. No, definitely not Disasi. Yeah, I would have definitely done it that way. That's how I had my lineup. Would have had Tossin there, and then like I said, Colwell, Levi Colwell. So look, yeah, he's going to be under a lot of pressure. They've put two faster players there on the left-hand side. I think they've seen that, so they've changed the lineup a little bit. And now they've changed. They don't usually play like that there. And now they've put the two faster players on the left-hand side because of this RC. I'm pretty sure this is why. So we'll see how this RC responds to that. If Gusto stays back, he'll be fine. But if Gusto goes and he's alone there against those players, he might have some trouble. But hey, this is his chance. He can prove everyone wrong and he can show that he's actually ready when called upon. It's a big risk, Maresca, but hey, well, like I said, we'll see how he turns out. The midfield, no surprise. Like I said, no surprise there pretty much. Up forward, no real surprise. Palmer was the only one. I would have had Felix in there. Just let Palmer rest. Like I keep saying,
I
that
would have
knee,
rested Palmer, yeah.
that
And the
knee is
next
not
game, you could say,
100%.
I don't know whether he sees the next game as a much easier game than this one. I don't know because they play a high line, but this guy's play with five defenders. But go
Yeah.
ahead, what you were saying.
Look, they're going to sit back and stuff like that. So it won't be that much running, to be honest. He should have cover. He'll be more in their half. But like I said, if we go 1 up 2-0, they're going to start playing very differently. That's why they do always. So yeah, look, maybe it's just to get him in there and start early. Hopefully, he can score a goal early, get the game away from them early, and then he can maybe sub him after that. But still, it's a risk for me injury-wise. It's a bit risk because he's played so many minutes in a row. That knee's not 100%. I can tell, like I keep saying, a couple of times I saw him. It doesn't look like when he turns back, he's just buckling a little bit. He's definitely got a bit of weakness in that knee because of probably the bruising. But it's a big risk as in not to get injured. So let's keep our fingers crossed that he doesn't pick up anything because that's a lot of minutes in a row now. So yeah, and especially if he backs it up against Tottenham, then that could be trouble. So anyway, we'll see how he goes. Of course, I
But do
don't
you
mind him
see
next
the
for his
reason
player.
why the Sassi is starting? We know Fofana brings aggression, physicality, and pace. The Sassi doesn't have pace, but he brings aggression and physicality, and he's good aerially. I think it makes sense to me now. I'd say we have a much better balance than having the Sassi and
Mhm.
than having Colwell and Tosin, in my opinion. But do you
If
see the
he's not
reason
left
why this
alone,
is starting? I know
if he's not
we
left
didn't
alone,
expect him to
he's
start,
fine.
but go ahead.
Yeah, if he's not left alone, he'll be fine. If he's left alone and Gusto pushes up, then there could be some trouble there because, like I said,
Under pressure, to be more specific.
yes, because they've moved Ryan Fraser, the speedy little guy. I'm not sure if you know him from Newcastle. They got him. I think he's on loan to Southampton. They've moved into the left-hand side just for that, and then they've brought in Fernandez, a guy they've got some sporting as well, more of attacking midfielder. He's got speed, strength. They've moved him there as well. So that's 100% for me. They're doing that because they saw Disasi's there. That they're looking at that as a weakness, and they probably think Gusto will push forward and move away from there. So they're targeting that area. I saw that in the lineup straight away. They're going to target that area. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
And Ono actually isn't playing, which is good. Aribo, I'm not too concerned. Aribo
No.
is he's good, but I'm not concerned about him.
No.
He reps Nigeria too, but yeah, I get your point. Go ahead if you were still speaking. Let's catch up with
Yeah,
what we have in
in
the
your
card when
lineup
they
there,
come back.
Armstrong's on the left, but they actually moved from what I saw. They moved Armstrong on the right, and they moved Fernandez on the left because of Disasi. From what I've seen, so we'll see what happens in game. But that's what I've seen that they've done in the build-up, in the match build-up, that they've actually
Mhm.
swapped him across. And I think for that exact reason, they saw Disasi's there, and they think Gusto will get out of there, and yeah, they're going to try to exploit that area. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, look, Palmer, yeah, like I said that. And Nkunku, no surprise. This is a great game for him to start, especially if they start low block. Gives us a bit more technical ability there, a bit better in tight spaces, so it's his chance as well. Felix, again, against low block, perfect, because he's more technical. He'll do that against low blocks. It's a good for him to start. I'm very happy as well. Good. He got his chance. He deserved it. Madueke, not too happy about him starting. It's not, again, not deserved. And also against lower blocks, very ineffective. Again, all season struggled completely against low blocks, against other teams too, but especially against low blocks. There's no space for him to run into. And if there's no space for him to run to do nothing, well, yeah, he gets frustrated, sits there, sulks, and then when he gets the ball, he tries to be hero ball and just takes it to the corner and loses it, and yeah, does nothing with it. So that's a surprise for me. I would have played someone a bit more technical that can create a little bit more, like Neto. That's why I had Neto in there. So other than that, look, like I said, those probably three: the Jorgensen, Disasi, Madueke. Those are my concerns only.
All right, thank you
So
so much.
Jorgensen's not a concern, but I'm saying they're the big changes that are more significant. But
Yeah.
Disasi and Madueke are the
Who,
two concerns.
yeah. Who will win? I think we'll beat them, but I think
Just
we'll
something to
concede.
add to this, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just really briefly. The only issue well, it's not an issue. The only difference I have with Dante is first of all, Palmer. I don't think he has the injury you think he has. I really don't. I think it's not injury that's been his problem. It's form. It seems to have dovetailed even when he was, he got that collision or that kick at Man United, which wasn't in the knee, by the way. It was in the upper thigh. Even
No, it
then,
was on the knee, below the
he's
knee, Bobby. It was below the knee and then went up onto the knee and to the thigh. But the first impact
well,
was just below the knee, and that's a sweet spot for that exact. I've had it
e-
many
e-
times. So that's a sweet spot, yeah.
even then, his form wasn't so great. I noticed a bit of a lack of form. So, I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here because I
That's when it
don't
all
think
started, Bobby, that
if
game. That's
if
why
he
I linked it to that.
if it was that serious, he wouldn't be playing. That's for sure. It's not a matter of whether he's trying to hide it or anything. No,
Yeah,
if you, who doesn't train him every day and see him every day, can feel that way, if it was a real issue, I know Maresca wouldn't try him. I
but
think what
Maresca would
Maresca,
also back his player, and he would say, "Are you good to go? Are you 100% sure there's nothing wrong?" And if Palmer
well,
says yes, he'll take his word on that. But
well,
I
that, I
guarantee
mean
you,
that's
players say
your.
yes to that every single time. I did myself, and I still had injuries.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's your opinion. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's neither here nor there because we're not him, and what we see, the proof of the pudding is that Palmer is playing, and he
Mm.
would be a stupid coach to play a player that was nursing a potentially serious injury. So we'll see. I still have my doubts. You don't. You think it's still
It's
an
not a
issue?
serious injury, Bobby. No,
Um,
it's not a serious injury.
no,
Not a
I
serious
don't.
injury at all. It's just uncomfortable, and it can cause you to build uncomfort, and you're not quite do it at the top level like you did before because it's uncomfortable. Like I said, sometimes you turn left, right there, you feel a little bit, and you a little bit buckle a little bit. You're not quite sure. So it's minor, but for a player of his quality and ability and technical ability, it can impact. It can impact movement a little bit.
Well, we'll see because he will definitely be needed to play against Tottenham if he's fit. So I don't know if that's a risk. Then that's not a very sensible move on Maresca's part. The other
Yeah.
thing is, sorry, Madueke. I don't know if Sancho's on the bench, but I slightly differ. I know Madueke can look clumsy sometimes, but in a low block, there's one thing he does, which he does quite well, is he's somebody that's very capable of taking certain shots from in and around the box. So low blocking him is not always an effective tactic. Not always. Sometimes he can't dribble past his man, but a lot of the time he's still a dangerous guy to have in an offensive area. So maybe that's the thinking. I'm just
When
playing
there's space,
devil's
yes.
advocate.
Yep. When there's space, Tottenham game will be perfect for him.
Well,
All right.
we'll see.
Yep.
Alan Arias Sanchez, as I said, we will beat them. But I'm not confident whether we'll keep a clean sheet. So, well, we'll find out. Let's Spider-Man. So you heard that I mistakenly didn't mute because I was in a hurry to stop him. He can drag the camera down trying to do Spider-Man thing. Dante Vic is begging you to talk to him. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, John, my bro. Um, uh, from Peru. So, salutations to you too, brother. Nice to see you, Alan. Enjoy yourself, express yourself. 7 changes, exciting. And here's the link to Johnny's newly launched YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Let's help him grow. He's been one of us. Very helpful, and I like him as an individual. I trust the CC. I wouldn't say I trust the CC. If there's space, like Dante has mentioned already, if it's left alone, it could be a lot. Yeah, it could be a long day for us. And if they target him because he panics under pressure, but I'm quite sure the manager he's well acquainted with these deficiencies and probably will have measures in place to conduce that, or maybe reduce the error, maybe even you can say eradicate if that's possible. Let's see. I love the lineup. Chinedu Joseph Dalwin. It got me all excited, but I think Palmer should be resting. I understand the CC starting because we only got Colwell and Badia Sheila for the weekend, and those two guys are not aggressive enough, in my opinion. So that mix for me is a good balance. Hopefully, he's not going to make too many mistakes under pressure. The good thing is that the players being offered their first Premier League start would want to prove themselves. Hence, they will give their best, and we will have a good game. I hope so. We need to win. Okay, more music. Nice to see you. Agenda Martins Dante. What did nothing do to you? Call him out. Call him out. I like that. Please cut Madrid some slack. Overall, he hasn't been that bad. Wow. Thank you. Keep it. Any more comments for Dante here? Noddy is a great player, but the first part alone, but his ego is what annoys me. I don't think we can say he has ego issues. I wouldn't say that. We don't know him personally. I think with George and you can say what we've experienced, the sort of behavior we've experienced him exhibit while on the pitch, such as fighting to take the penalty kick, and how you can say his body language when being subbed off. I can't go to that extent. I'm gonna stick with you can say George and how he applies himself on the pitch, and beyond that, I don't want to get personal to the extent of saying sorry.
You're very nice today.
Me? I've always been a nice person. They know you're a bad person. I support Chelsea FC and all our players. Keep the blue flag flying high. Thank you, More Music, for saying that. I'm confident of a clean sheet. Let's see that happen. Wycliffe Barros, you're always right. Let's hope you're right today. And a huge lesson, more importantly, to learn from Bobby is that when Maresca tells you he would do some things differently, you best believe it. It has happened twice now, so start believing Bobby there. Caicedo and Palmer should be resting. Both have been playing a ton of minutes. Wow. His attitude basically, and body language, but I'm not going to look beyond that and judge him because I don't know him personally. All I have been in all, I believe we would win. I think we can, and but it's up to the players and the manager to answer that question. Big up to you, GFC. Good. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding time to join the show. This particular morning, it's still 11:02 a.m. for me. Yeah, this particular morning. So Dante, anything else you want to talk about with regards to the lineup?
No, look, it's people saying 7 changes, but it's actually 5 changes, really. So 5 changes is basically half the team. So it's not that bad. It's a good balance. It's not like a full change. So the midfield core is there, which is probably very important because that's where the game is controlled, in that midfield area. So that's important there. 5 changes, not too bad.
And these two starting is necessity, really.
I think Tosin was a necessity. Disasi is not a necessity to start. No. Centre backs, you can play centre backs more than anyone else. They don't do as much running. It's much easier for a centre back to play game after game after game, no problems. They don't do much running. They do the least running on the field by far. So centre backs are fine usually. I don't mind keeping centre backs and playing them. They're very strong as well. They don't really get injured as well. So yeah, look, I would have preferred Disasi not to play this game, but hey, if he thought it's an occasion and probably one of the other guys needed something, they might have a knock. Who knows? He made the change.
I mean, the Sassy starting for me means he still
Sorry.
has a chance. If he proves he
Yeah,
can,
look,
you
if
can
he's
say,
played really well and he showed me that at least but he's had horrible game after horrible game in the Conference League. Like, we're talking the worst defender on the field by far. So
but in the right back position.
right back and right centre back coach in both. He's
Wow.
played that right centre back as well a lot, because if he's alone, he's basically the right back there. Yeah, if he's going to be a right centre back, he's still basically a right back. So yeah, it's still that's the worrying part for me there, just how he's been playing and how he's looked. But hey, he might get up for this one and be a lot different.
Yeah, do we have
Sorry, coach.
Lavia on the pitch? Yeah, Lavia is on the bench. Yeah, go ahead, Ty.
I wanted to clarify something with Dante. You said it's 5 changes. Why do you say it's 5 changes?
From the usual first team, basically: Jorgensen, Tosin, Disasi,
Oh,
Nkunku, and
So there
Felix.
is
That's
continuity
it.
there.
And Felix.
So
That's
we can
5
say,
changes from the
mm,
original that have been playing pretty much all season. It's 5 changes only.
okay.
yeah. Ty,
Not
anything else you want to
7.
say?
Um, the more and more I think about it, especially in what Dante said about the fact that there have been some alterations from Southampton,
Yep.
I'm somewhat concerned about the involvement of the Sassy, especially if there'll be inversion by Gusto. Because if that's actually the case, that means the Sassy is being tasked with having to handle that, and his concentration is a problem. So that is one thing that I think needs to be ironed out. I know Bobby said that we need to be able to trust the players, and when they come in, trust that they will have a good game. But at the same time, it's something that has been ever present with the Sassy. He's had challenges with having concentration consistently. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen, but that is my biggest concern, especially with the option. So they don't have the players that have been crucial to them starting, but at the same time, I don't want to not take that into consideration, seeing as how the Sassy has that shortcoming.
Mm. But Dante, let me ask you this: Jorgensen starting. It
Mm-hmm.
was only Vic. I don't know if Bobby mentioned Jorgensen in his lineup.
No.
But
Only Vic decided to go with that
yeah,
one.
Vic
So
said,
well
yeah,
done, Vic.
that this is the perfect opportunity for him to start. Jorgensen starting, how do you read it? What do you make of it? Is that a sign that the manager may well be, you can say, preparing to do what I know you'd really want him to do, but I'm not going to say you'd be the one to say it yourself. Go ahead.
I hope so, but I don't think so. I think, yeah, like Vic said, yeah, if you're going to play him and bring him in, probably this is the game you bring him in, especially after this recent form, and it is Southampton, the bottom of the table. Yeah, this is the game you're bringing him. You're easing into the position. You're not, putting him in a big game or a higher pressure game from the start. So it is the game to bring him in if you were going to bring him in. I was hoping that would happen, but I just didn't think Maresca would make that change yet. But he has, so I'm happy with that one. Look, he'll still be tested. Like I said, if we go up 1-2-0, he'll be tested a lot. Southampton press, they'll change their formation and they'll press. They push everyone up basically, and they press really hard from our defense, and the goalkeeper will be under pressure, and they will test us if they do go down. They've done that every game. They always seem to score goals. because their coach loves to play an open game normally, but he can't really do that against the top team. So he likes to start a bit, but then second half he always changes it up and goes for a lot more attacking lineup, and they really love to press from the front. They put 4 players basically up there pressing from the front. So we'll see how he goes in this one. He'll still be tested, I think. If we go up, will be definitely be tested.
Do you trust him
Of course, I
to do
trust him.
better
Yeah.
than Sanchez in the Premier League?
Well, you sure Heidenheim? It's Heidenheim, but it doesn't matter. Their players pressed from the start, and the whole game they pressed. So he was fine, very fine under pressure, and I think Maresca needed to see that, because that's what was lacking from him starting. I think he hasn't had
I
a
mean,
game
there
where he's
are
been
other factors
pressured.
that we've discussed at length. Well, go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, he hasn't had a
You,
game in the Conference
one
League
that
where he was
you
pressured
did
at
speak
all. So
about. Yeah, go ahead, Dante. Go ahead.
yeah, I think Maresca saw that and realized, okay, he's now ready. I've seen that from him. He can handle being pressed for 90 minutes and handle it very well. And I think he saw that, and I think he's giving him his chance now. So I think that was part of it as well. But yeah, don't be surprised if Sanchez starts back again. But if Jorgensen has an amazing game, keeps us in it, doesn't make any mistakes, well then again, like I said, he could be knocking on that door. He can knock the door down and keep that place.
Mm. 1 second here. I'm not sure why Nightbot isn't listening. Every now and then it comes on and then it goes AWOL. Big up to you two, GFC, Gavin and Vic. It's 7 changes from the previous starting lineup, Dante. Okay, just
Well, yeah,
clarification
of
there.
course.
And I have my bro in the house. I haven't seen you in a while. In Couch Critic, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, Dennis. They scored 10 goals all year. But I think if that's the case, majority of that in their recent games. So we should also be wary of that. He's playing. He's playing with the B defender. It's about familiarity when playing out from the back. You want to respond to this?
Yeah, but they don't play with that midfield, so no, it's not the same at all. No, they don't play with that midfield, so no, it's not the same. Who are they going to pass it to? They have to pass it forward to their midfield, so it's not quite the same at all. No.
Yeah, and just quickly here, even if Southampton, even if they scored 10 goals all season, they've scored 7 in their last 5 matches, and that's not
Yes.
bad. Which means which means 3 for the other games. So 7 in total in their last 5 matches isn't bad. They've improved. Won't you say that, Dante?
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, if they'll keep it tight, but if they go down, a lot of those games they got draws and they couldn't win. But then against like Liverpool, I watched that game, and against some other ones, they scored 2 goals against those guys. They went down early. They went down not early, at 30th minute, I think, and then they came out second half attacking and pushing up and playing open football. And Liverpool just scraped by 3-2 in the end. So he's got
Yeah.
that in him, that manager. He will do that.
Yeah, can somebody please help me share the link to Couch Critics YouTube channel so people can go check it out? He should have at least 10,000 subscribers right now, but yeah, he's busy with all this other. You can say,
Oh my goodness, is that Coach Critic?
yeah, that's Couch Critics, Dennis. Yeah, even the same as that. It's been like a minute, but he's a busy guy. Okay, what else do we have here? Vic, please, if you can help me share the link to his YouTube channel so
Oh
people
man,
can
it's
go
been
check it out.
so long.
Dante, you get your wish. I'm guessing
Yeah,
the fact that Jorgensen is starting. I am talking about Jorgensen and the defenders. Oh, okay. Okay. Anything else? Anything else here? And for us, we scored 16 goals in our last 5 matches, so we'll definitely outscore them. But here's the thing: numbers will give you can say a sensible idea with regards to what the possible outcome of the game would be, because you cannot predict football really. It's played over 90 minutes plus added time, and in football 1+1 doesn't always equal 2. If you get my point there. Hope this game we play with the CC doesn't backfire. I don't think it backfire. I think the manager if he's well acquainted with his deficiencies, he'd have a plan in place to conduit that, maybe. I think that's a more correct language. What's the other? Mask it, maybe. The people are more familiar with the word mask it than conduit. But that's by the way. Bobby, anything else you want to talk about the lineup, or any changes you expect? And I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything with regards to why. What's his name? With regards to why Mudryk isn't even on the bench. I think he's ill or something. But Bobby, anything else you want to talk? Any changes you expect to see? Let's hear you. Just saying, Southampton have
Yeah,
3 players suspended due to red cards. That
I
tells you
haven't heard
everything you need to
anything
know.
yet about Modric. I don't know if it's relevant at all. Um, I'm happy with the changes. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the same with the midfield. As such, apart from Lavia, who's on the bench, I don't know. I think he'll leave him on the bench as long as possible.
Mm.
I'm not sure he'd even want to bring him on at all because he would rather play Lavia once a week than give him any kind of extra workload in the middle of the week. Neto, the same thing. There's no way he's going to want to play Neto in this game. If there's anybody's injury that needs to be looked out for, it's Neto, because of the way he plays. We don't want him to aggravate anything because we have this very busy Christmas season, which starts now. So I think a lot of these players, especially depending on how the game goes, will have more game time than is usual with the number of 5 substitutions, and definitely you will find that some of them will play the full 90. I hope Cole Palmer isn't one of them. I see a situation where he will come off in the second half at some point. Maybe Vega coming on, whatever the situation, we may want to still shore it up, yeah, if we're ahead to keep the lead, and so on. So that's how I see it. I'm not even sure we'll see Jackson. I think he's going to be that limited in his substitutions, but we'll wait and see. It's interesting how he's decided to dip into his squad for the first time, really, in the Premier League. And now it's up to them to show that they deserve to be on there. Um, I don't subscribe to the. I know Madueke is not on form, but I don't sort of dislike him. I'm not sure. Um, Dante is very fond of him at all. Fair enough. I understand why. He doesn't make himself likable, and he
I
makes
don't care about his
people.
personality, Bobby. Nothing to do with his personality. I look at football only.
Well, that's you may feel that, but from outside looking in, I don't see his football being that bad. I know he's frustrating. I think this game is a kind of game where he can do himself some favors. But let's see. You can't. He's not somebody that you can depend on and say, right, he's really going to come out with flying colors in this game. But it is a game that he's very capable of doing that in. We'll see. It's interesting. I'm very much curious to see how we respond. If we respond in the right way, then it's another notch for the way Maresca has moved this project forward.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Let me catch up with what we'll have in the chat and see if Dante has anything else to say. And that's the link to Catch Critics YouTube channel. If you enjoy football analysis, I don't think in the Chelsea community there's anybody better than him. You go check it out yourself and come back to you. Thank me later. So please go check it out. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him grow. He deserves a lot more subscribers than he does have right now. And also, if you're following the show, just pay attention. The moment once the show ends, you'll be redirected to Ty's YouTube channel for his post-game show. Even if you're not going to be there for the post-game show, just kindly do us a favor. Drop a like on the video to help trigger the YouTube algorithm, because the more likes he's able to garner, the more the YouTube algorithm will be triggered and be forced to push the post-game stream to more people who'd be interested. We have just 39 149 people currently on YouTube following the show, but a total of 637. All the rest on X. If you're following the show on X, see the scrolling test on your screen. Come join us here, and you get a chance to win $50 every month if you're a student. I think we need to stop as soon as possible. And also, if you're following the show on YouTube, drop a like on the video. Also, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. But please go check out Couch Critics YouTube channel. That's actually insane to say. We are not even
Breathe.
through.
Breathe,
Yeah.
coach. Breathe, coach. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe, coach. Breathe. Breathe.
Okay. Okay. Is Felix effective in that position? Yeah, he is. He can play on either flanks and also can play centrally as 10. Don't pull it down.
Against
Don't
low
do that.
blocks, he's effective against low
He's
blocks.
effective too. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not much space, and even if he plays on the left hand side,
Take it.
yeah, it's better for a technical player like him to play there, than like a guy that needs a lot of space. So yeah, he can definitely play there if they're going to low block from the start.
Yeah, and he's excellent at finding solutions in tight spaces. He's an excellent dribbler, which is another way of saying he's an excellent dribbler. I heard Madrid is visiting Dante, and whatever you say there. All right,
Maybe
respect
he's in
to you
hospital
too,
right
my
now.
brother. Always nice to see you. I know you're busy. Good shot, Bobby. Bobby, love from Couch Critic. Nothing with Madrid. Madrid his personality. He's just a mid player. Sorry, Bobby. So anything else you guys want us to talk about? I think the game starts in about 11 minutes. It'd be nice to have a few minutes to go grab coffee.
Yeah, well,
And in,
Bob Nick is saying there, he started off the season very good. I thought he turned the corner. Like I said, used his right foot a lot, scored with his right foot. I thought, okay, we're going to see a new Madueke this season. But after that, he went back to his old Madueke, and yeah, basically being more of a mid player, not thinking, not using his IQ. He's not thinking what he does when he gets in those areas. And yeah, he's at the moment he's still a mid player, 100%. That can
And if
change
he's
and
not
improve. He's
careful, as
growing.
much as I know, he can become better just by being a little selfish, he's a little more selfless and a
Yeah.
little bit and a little selfish. I think that will go a long way. In
Yeah,
making he can, but
that and his
it
ball
doesn't
IQ
look
in the
like he's
final.
going to change anytime
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, but his decision making, his IQ in that area, like I said, first thing on his mind is always to score. He never thinks of assisting first. And then when he switches across to assisting, it's too late. And he just loses the ball, kicks it out over, or hits a defender because they've already set up the defenders by the time he thinks, and he turns back and cuts back again. And he just, yeah, he's really effective in open games against Tottenham next week. He'll be a very effective player. That's like his perfect game for a player like him, because yeah, will be a lot of one-on-one. There'll be so much space to run into, and yeah, he does that very well. Then he'll be ahead of everyone. He can be a bit more selfish because you're ahead of everyone.
All right, Dante. I know Bobby don't do predictions, but I'm gonna ask him the sort of game he expects. So how about you? You want to predict the scoreline?
Bobby,
You know, YouTube. Before I go to Bobby,
me, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I'll
Bobby,
go. Yeah,
you round up for us, Bobby.
yeah, I'll go for probably a 3-2-1, 3-1, something like that.
Do I think we'd score up to 3? If we score early, then we'll score up to 3. But if we beyond 15 minutes we haven't scored, I'll go 2-1.
Yeah, I'll
But
go
Bobby,
3-1.
what sort of game do you expect?
I'm curious because I think anybody who thinks they know the team is slightly either optimistic, naive, I don't know which one, because we're still learning the team. This is the first time we've done this. So it's the first time they are exhibiting themselves in a game like this. Look, I see this game going one of two ways. Um, Either we go there and completely boss them and teach them a lesson, sort of almost like the Villa situation, or we go there and struggle and just about scrape through. Um, both ways, it's not a game it's a game that will tell us all how much we have started to come of age. And that's just how I'm looking at it. And honestly, this is just from my point of view. I don't think there's any other way to look at it. Obviously, people will have other ways of looking at it, but I'm just saying from my point of view, I don't think there is, because the project is still in process. The development is still in process. And this is just one of the processes that we are going to find out how well established it is.
Yeah, yeah, that's very correct. Thank you so much. About 7 minutes before the game starts, we'll have to end it now. So if you want to go get coffee and relax and watch the game, you'd be able to do that. I want to
Are
say
you doing a
thank you.
post match?
Ty would do that, so no need competing there.
He's doing that.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Tebega's doing a watch along. I think. I'm not sure if he's still doing it or not.
So we have 625 people watching, but only 26 on YouTube. If you're following the show on X, that's 600 around, 600 plus, 600 in total on X. We appreciate you. Please do us a favor. Take a second, follow our X account so that whenever we go live, you'd be notified. You're not going to miss anything. And on YouTube, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the video. We sincerely do appreciate you. Thank you to Wycliffe Barrish. He says 4-0. Thank you to Couch Critics. Thank you to IB Wycliffe again. Wally Waldo, we haven't seen in a while. And that's the link to Couch Critics YouTube channel. And to all of you in the chat, if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. Cheers.
Cheers, guys. See you soon.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play.